Hello guys, thank you for joining us. This is Marco Gist. I know it's no longer news that the hashtag End Bad Governance nationwide protest, which was scheduled to start on the 1st of August 2024, is already here. Today is 1st of August 2024. This particular protest has been surrounded by myth, a lot of controversy, and one of those topics is what we are going to be highlighting today. Now, security personnel have been deployed to the various nook and crannies of this country to make sure that this protest goes well with no violence and a lot of things. But before we even go into the main matter, I want us to take a look at this. Now, these are social media posts from verified media outlets in Nigeria, Punch newspaper, and the rest, just as you can see in this screenshot. This is to confirm the story I'm about to share with you. So the special advisor to the president on information and strategy, Mr. Bayo Onanuga, has accused the supporters of Peter Obi, the Labour Party presidential candidate in the 2023 election, for plotting to unseat President Bola Ahmed Tinubu under the guise of protest. That is, he is accusing Peter Obi supporters of, or Peter Obi himself, of inciting this particular protest that is happening today. So Mr. Onanuga made the allegation in a statement he posted on his verified X handle, that is his Twitter handle, on 20th July 2024. He did not, however, provide any evidence to substantiate his allegation. Now let me read the post, some part of the post for you. He said, the malcontent planning to stage nationwide protest are supporters of Peter Obi, the failed presidential candidate of Labour Party. He should be held responsible for whatever crisis emanates from the action. That was the post of Onanuga. Now, this is a false allegation. This is a false allegation, which I saw another post of Peter Obi taking legal actions against this particular person. This is not my matter. This is not my matter. I want to first establish this before we go into the main matter, which is Mr. Kenneth Okonkwo, the Labour Party spokesperson who recently withdrawn himself from supporting Mr. Peter Obi, recently in a podcast interview with Seun Akindele of Channels Television. So now let's see the little clip before we say something about his stand.
They say they don't believe in protest, but they are sponsoring protests against protest. What a hypocritical government. A man who said don't pity me is telling you after 1 year that we should be patient. Do you want everybody to die before what they are talking about germinate? The Senate president said, do you want our president to die like the president of Iran? And I'm asking the Senate president, do you want Nigerian people to die of hunger like dogs? Itobi is a man who wants to be too sweet for everybody. He is a man who wants to appear too sweet for everybody, and that is why they are licking him up.
So you are no longer Peter Obi's spokesperson.
Yes,
and you don't want that job any longer.
No, I don't. As far as 2023 is concerned, Peter Obi is still 100% better than Atiku and Tinubu.
But going forward, you don't think so?
Going forward, Atiku, Tinubu, Peter Obi, they should step aside.
Now, you all have seen the video and you all heard it from him. I'm not surprised. I knew that many people who took advantage of the obedience movement will slowly find fault in the man whose wave blew them into relevance. Yes, apart from just being an Hollywood actor from somewhere, yes, who knows Kenneth Okonkwo before the obedience movement? Yes, he might be very popular, but there's a far difference between being popular and being influential. He was only popular. The relevance he got under obedient movement, he didn't have it as an actor. So more people like Kenneth Okonkwo will still arise. They will accuse him of not being able to manage party's affairs. They will accuse him of promising them victory in court but couldn't deliver. They will accuse him of many things. That's how life is. The moment you finish using a condom, you discard it. Nobody remembers the good side of a condom, which once gave them safer pleasure. So Kenneth Okonkwo's expression of lack of confidence in Peter Obi is not a surprise. Kenneth's hope of becoming a presidential special advisor on Nollywood affairs has collapsed, so he will fight dirty. But it's a lost fight because Peter Obi has demonstrated that his presidential ambition is not worth the blood of anyone. If Peter Obi calls for a protest today, millions of Nigerians, not even today, like during the election period, you know how agitated, how angered Nigerians are. You know how Nigerians came out to vote, and then at the end of the day, what they gave us, and everybody was just ready to just hit the street running. But that it would have been the worst mistake of Peter Obi if he had called for a protest. And we know that if Peter Obi called for a protest today, millions of Nigerians will stand with him. But he's wise enough to know that calling for a protest in a time like that is endangering the life of youths. It's endangering the lives of Nigerians. You all know what happened in 2020 October during the NSAS protest. It didn't go down well. So how he knows that his presidential ambition is not more than the life of Nigerians, and that is why he didn't raise any alarm then. Kenneth must understand the difference between being popular and being influential. Peter Obi is influential. Kenneth was just a popular actor. Peter Obi knows that one word from him will cause a shift in the country, so he exercised control over the urge to take control. That's not weakness, that's the strongest strength. If Kenneth Okonkwo had half of the influence Peter Obi controls, he would have said something that day with unguided emotion, spark protests, and take the country back to the horrible past we are coming out from. But Kenneth is not Peter Obi. Allow Peter Obi to do what is right for Nigeria. Do not bully him into your political extremism. He is not an extremist. He is a moderate and sound in mind and in thought. And to all Nigerian youth embarking on the nationwide protest to end bad governance, please focus on maintaining a peaceful approach at all times. I know there might be some persons who has different aim and agenda, who would want to hijack the protest, but avoid any form of violence as it can undermine the legitimacy of your cause and endanger your lives. We all are not stranger to these things. We know, we were here, and we know everything that happened in 2020 during the NSAS protests. Peaceful protests are more effective in gaining public support and prompting positive change. Your commitment to non-violence will demonstrate your dedication to justice and a better future for Nigeria. Stay safe, stay united, and let your voice be heard through peaceful means. Please share this message and save somebody.